grab the Kleenex and pass the handkerchiefs because tears were flowing the other night as Shrek 4D met its demise. The attraction that has stood near the entrance of Universal Studios Florida shut down for good after 18 years of operation, and to say people were emotional would be a severe understatement. Check out this footage of fans singing Hallelujah outside of the ride. This is so ridiculous. It's hysterical. Check out these fans singing Hallelujah outside of the ride this week while waving their flashlights in honor of their beloved attraction. Hallelujah, of course, plays during the emotional scene in which Princess Fiona prepares to marry the handsome Lord Farquaad in the original Shrek film. For some context about Shrek 4D's longevity, the ride's construction began while Confrontation, aka the greatest defunct ride at Universal, was still running at the beginning of the millennium. When Shrek did finally open in 2003, Jaws was still swimming, Earthquake was still shaking, Back to the Future was still flying, and we were still 15 years away from having the abomination of Fast and Furious Supercharged grace our precious eyes. Shrek 4D, gone, but not forgotten. Surprise, surprise, we couldn't make it a week into 2022, and just like 2021, nothing has changed when it comes to guests deciding that a Disney or Universal theme park is the right place for an old-fashioned brouhaha. This time, it's Disney's Hollywood Studios that marks the venue. Previously home to WCW Professional Wrestling, MGM Studios had the likes of Hulk Hogan grace the park with his presence back in the day. Fast forward a few decades and we've got teenagers brawling before riding a Toy Story ride. Certainly a downgrade, I guess you could say, when it comes to main eventers. Let that sink in for a second, by the way. Before joining Woody, Buzz, and the lovable Ham on a family-friendly carnival-like ride, guests decided to throw down like it was a UFC pay-per-view. Another spectacular video showcasing the wonderful evolution of our species. Okay, we have an early contender for 2022's most ridiculous story of the year. It's definitely my favorite so far. We've got a guest pretending to be Matt Damon, the actor, at EPCOT, getting swarmed by people near the UK pavilion. But the guest, who was, wait for it, wearing Matt Damon's face on his tank top, took picture after picture with eager park goers as they made their way through World Showcase. Look, I'm going to throw a wrench into this entire story here with my opinion. If I was walking by and saw people taking pictures with this guy, I 100% would get in the back of the line because this is hilarious. I'd want a picture with the EPCOT version of Matt Damon almost as much as I'd want a picture with Matt Damon himself. It's like when you go to Times Square and Mickey and Minnie are walking around taking pictures with tourists. Everyone knows that it's not Disney's Mickey and Minnie, but people still want a picture with them. That's how I feel here. It's not Matt Damon, but it's a hell of a story. Our series 50 for 50, the top 50 attractions in Walt Disney World history, has come to a close with the reveal of our top 2 rides in the series finale last week. Thanks to everyone for tuning in over the 13-episode show. As a courtesy, we've put all 13 episodes together in one 2-hour and 15-minute feature-length production. So cozy up by the fire, get ready to sit back and enjoy 135 minutes of uninterrupted Disney history. Speaking of our top 50 rides, we jokingly revealed that number 1 was the now removed Primeval Whirl from Disney's Animal Kingdom. Now don't worry, we quickly tell you what the real number 1 is in the series finale, but as for Primeval Whirl, we now have a look at where part of it remains. Now check out Disney's Eye in the Sky at BioReconstruct on Twitter, who shared this image of an area near Animal Kingdom showcasing a few boats, and oh, it's a comet from Primeval. Look, I've made my fair share of fun about the attraction, but it is a bit sad to see this little piece of Disney history just thrown in the grass like a piece of trash. That's going to do it for this episode of Inside 300. If you like what you saw, be sure to subscribe. Click that bell icon. This way you're notified every time we come out with brand new content. I've been your host, Brian Ferry, and I will see you next time. As always,
bye-bye.